jumps. Jump, jump, jump. Oh. Meta changes. I'm not sure what a meta change is. And a lot of you have been asking me about it, so let's go through it, shall we? So we're here currently engaging in activities on the Robocraft page. Respawned, overclocked, supercomputers engaged, going supernova. Okay, huge changes are coming. We're undergoing some enormous ground-shaking, pants-sweating changes to the Robocraft metagame, and since your changes are big and released in 3 separate launches, we wanted to share them with you at a time. Okay, one of the big ones. Respawns. Current game style is search and destroy style, which is you fight and when you die you're dead, you're out of the match. Now, I'm not the only person who thinks this, but I adore this game mode. Like, I love the idea of being when you're dead, you're done. I like the tactical element of it, and I enjoy that. So this is possibly the most skeptical version I am on. But I can see why they're doing it, if that makes sense. Because at the moment, like, your team starts, some of your teams split off and just die, some, die really easily, or something goes wrong and your team doesn't quite gel, and it can be frustrating. I can see why. Robocraft's current metagame is when you kill, you're out. And this has changed to when you kill, you respawn until the time team wins or loses. This is the key and fundamental change. There is a lot more in simple respawning, but simply respawning provides a foundation for the rest of the new meta. I tell you something with respawning. I'm just going to go sniper, because you can just snipe people who... You're going to get it. I guarantee you're going to get it with Robocraft, right? You're going to get people who respawn, run in, die. Respawn, run in, die. And you're going to get that kind of disposable play style from some people, that they're not going to care that they respawn. They're just going to drive straight in, and you're going to be able to sit and see them doing the same thing in the same spot over and over, and you're just going to be like, snipe. Wesley Snipes. And you're just going to be able to do it because people will do that. They respawn, charge in, die. That's why I stopped playing Halo. But that's another story entirely. Okay, so respawning. Now the time limit changes from what I remember. When you die, you will wait in spectator mode for a period of time before respawning. Now I know that this respawn time will vary. So say you're in a TX bot in a tier 10 match, and your TX dies, it will take longer for you to respawn because you're the TX bot. There are other factors, I'm sure, that will affect it. Not sure what this is. Plutonium crystals. To win, your team will need to destroy plutonium crystals. And I'm assuming, if we just go to this fancy mode, that you have to destroy... So say there's... Oh, look, you can see this here. You've got to destroy this stuff. So if we draw a little bot here, this is my little walker, my little plasma walker, and you're like, crow, plasma! And you like this. I reckon this will blow off in sections. And you have to score a few hits before you can then destroy the main bit, I guess. To win, your team will need to destroy the enemy's plutonium crystal. Plutonium mining rod is surrounded by plutonium crystal deposits. See? The truncated octaedrons. Plutonium is a rare source of power that the E14 and the CF Alliance are fighting over on Mars and elsewhere in the Milky Way. So that's that. Okay. So, yeah. You have to destroy that crust to get at the good stuff. Supernova. When the proteum crystal is completely destroyed, the mining station will go supernova and your team will win the battle. I'm very much looking forward to gigantic explosions. I hope it explodes to white. Like, it's just like... And, like, if you're far away from the crystal when it goes, like, the wave comes to you... it's so good. Fusion shield. This is a fusion shield. It's a large dome that protects your team's proteum crystal. Everyone can drive through the shield, both enemies and allies. Allies can shoot through the shield, but enemies cannot. Enemies can only damage proteum crystals by getting inside the shield. Allies in the shield will be constantly automatically nano-healed. The shield will automatically deactivate if the game is not completed within 15 minutes, so both teams' proteum crystal will be a lot more vulnerable at this point. When inside the fusion shield, you cannot earn clock cycles. By shooting enemies outside to prevent rails camping their base and getting easy clock cycles. So clock cycles is like this upgrading over time thing. So, with this, okay, so you got enemy bot here, and safe bot here, inside the shield. This plasma, can't hit them. It would be like, pating, no, on the shield. However, the rail can snipe at them. Okay, however, whilst in the shield, this rail will be constantly healed. However, will not be able to improve and level up, which we'll come to in a minute. So there are good and bad things about the shield, but the shield does look fantastic, doesn't it, really? What you will see is that you're going to see loads of people hanging out in here and just defending, and then and you're going to get like units sitting here and sitting there. Oh no, they won't sit there, but there's going to be a lot of that to play around with, which brings a new element to the game, which I think is exciting. I'm very excited about the big shields. It just looks great. Okay. Fusion towers. This is a fusion tower. Fusion towers supply power to the fusion shield. So these towers will be out in the field somewhere, and they will then make the shield weaker, I guess. Also feed the time clock cycles over the period. More on clock cycles below. The fusion towers are blue and red depending on which team owns them. You can capture... Oh yeah, also what's really nice is that these towers, you can see that they have a hole in the top, so you can still be like your bomber. Yeah, there's the bomber, and you can still be like from above, which is great. But then you'll get your good old rail walkers camp in and be and then you'll be done, and you have to respawn. But that's the game. It's exciting. Anyway, the fusion towers are blue and red depending on which team owns them. You capture the enemy's team's tower by destroying the small deposits of protium, which are those little crystal bits at the top of the tower. Once destroyed, it was respawned in the colour of the opposing team. The towers have mushroom canopies to protect the protium long-range bombardment and rail attacks from high terrain points, and have a hole in the top so bombing runs are still possible. Not just bombing runs, because you can be a drone and just go and just sit there. You could be a drone and just sit there, which I think is adorable, and the shield will help you. It will protect you as well. Bombing runs are still possible. So what will happen is, let's go back to the pen. So say we're starting here, we've already got these 2 points, and then what will happen is if the team pushes out, say, and captures this point, it will affect us in a positive way because we will then have 3, and the blue team only have 1. But then vice versa, if the blues come out and take this one and this one, then they will have 3. And I'm guessing that will be an ever-changing process in the match. So that promises to be really quite exciting, to be honest. Let's have a look. Some more information on fusion towers. There are 4 fusion towers on each map. 2 start owned by the blue team, 2 by the red. Fair enough. Each team can capture the other team's towers. When all 4 fusion towers are captured, the enemy's fusion shield will be deactivated. Capturing a tower back will enable the shield. Alright, okay, so it affects it by powering down the shield. Each fusion tower will have a fusion barricade connected to it. Barricades are like small fusion shields, but not domes, but more like barricades and cannot heal. You can shoot through them, but enemies cannot. Okay. This allows you to capture the fusion tower and gain a new, more advanced defensive position. It also creates an extra role for flyers who can easily shoot over the top of the fusion barricades. I like that. Overclocking. The new widget in the bottom of the left HUD will show status featured the overclocker. This feature is simple, but is a game changer. As you do more... It's fun, isn't it? As you do more damage, get kills, get assists, heal, scalp, spot, damage plutonium in a battle. So damaging plutonium will also give you bonuses. Gain a new type of points called clock cycles. As you gain clock cycles, the progress bar of the overclocker will increase, and when it gets to 100%, you will level up your overclocker. Each time you level up your overclocker, your robot will be more powerful. Your weapons will start doing more damage, your thrusters will deliver more thrust, your wheels will get faster, all functional components of your robot will be buffed. So I guess that means armour as well. This way, the endgame gets more exciting and attacking the enemy's protein crystal becomes easier. We will be careful with adding more thrust, and we'll need to test it to see, as this may render some craft more unstable if they get too much power. It's something we will try to assess its impact. It's true, like if your bot isn't stable. This table shows the example of your buff stats and various functioning components overclocked. This isn't the final, it's just an example. So, the SMG damage is at 1, at level 1. But at 13, it's more than double the strength, which is significant, to be honest. But it's just the basics. Caterpillar track top speed doubles. Wheel top speed doesn't double. Tanks double in speed. That's really interesting. That makes tanks very, very interesting. If these are indeed the plasma and fire rate doubled. Messy. Really messy. Double plasma. Rails. Are rails on there? No. Okay. If you have a small robot, i.e. low CPU, you're damaging killing large robots who will gain clock cycles based on the ratio. That's fantastic. So you could have a lightly armed sniper Goes without saying. Similarly, if you're damaging killing a robot with a higher overclocked level and you're a lower overclock level, you will gain clock cycles so you can catch up if you are behind. There are 13 levels to gain, and normally only the best players in battle will reach 13 before the battle is over. Players who have a higher overclock level that get killed will have to wait longer to respawn. So in the early game you will respawn in a few seconds, but in the late game you have to wait for as long as 90 seconds to respawn. This is another mechanic that allows you to catch up from behind. So it sounds like once you attain level and you die, you still come back at that level, which I think is very good. That's a very nice touch if that's the case. If you die and lose level, it doesn't quite make sense. It doesn't quite add up to me. But, it's okay. Right, so that's that. It sounds great, doesn't it? It sounds like they're putting a lot of effort into it. And it's a game changer. Without a doubt, it's a game changer. It's going to be great. Supercomputers. Due to the severe loss of E14, the life of E14, we've decided to replace human pilots with advanced AI supercomputers, which will now pilot the battle vehicles. The combination of advanced AI, supercomputer, and battle vehicle can forthwith be formally recognised as a complete robot. There we go. So it is, because I'm sure they've received so many messages. It's not a robot. It's got a pilot in. I say it myself. It's a pain. Okay, so we have Franny, Jean, and Grey. Jean Grey, X-Men fans. I think they are. Jean Grey, yeah. You will be able to choose from one of these supercomputers nicknamed SCUs. They will be SCUs, isn't that from Total Annihilation? Maybe not. When they are launched, they will be able to unlock them all for free with TP any tier. And once they unlock, they will be unlocked forever. Premium users will have them unlocked all the time also. SCUs will sit in the pilot seat and each have 3 advanced programs that give the robot special powers, which you can launch by pushing the shortcut keys 1, 2 and 3. Examples of the powers. Nano Deny. Cray is an offensive robot focused on dealing damage and assassinating enemies. His Nano Deny beams a shaft of light down from the mothership onto the target enemy and places a field over the robot which denies him from being healed by the nanos for a few vital seconds. Leveling up this program will extend the time Deny lasts. Fusion Disruptor. Tunahi is a support robot. With his Fusion Disruptor program creates a miniature fusion shield over a target ally, protecting them for a few seconds. Reset. Gene provides medic-like abilities, even to robots who do not host nano disruptors as their weapon choice. The Reset program has a huge cooldown time, but when used so cannot be used often, but will regenerate 50% of the allied target robot's health in 3 seconds. Reset can also be self-cast. That is exquisite, isn't it? A 50% health regen? Bang. That's really nice. Like, you think you're winning a fight, someone comes along, Gene. Bloop. Know which one I'm going to be. Advanced programs use energy and have cooldown times, which limit their use. Some weaker programs use low amounts of energy and have short cooldown times to balance out against the more powerful programs. A new HUD widget in the bottom left corner will show the health of the supercomputer, i.e. robot health. Status the overclocker. Okay, that's fine, but you can see that you can see here that first of all, this bot is level 18. What is that all about, huh? That's not right. I thought it was 13. Look, people are testing this. I'm so jealous. Look, they're testing it now. Why is that not us? So look, 1, 2 and 3 powers. So it looks like we all have those, it would seem. And there's a bit of a bot there as well. Each time the overclock levels up, you will gain AP points, advanced program points, which we use to upgrade and unlock an advanced program. You'll be able to choose programs to invest your APs in the battle progress depending on how you're progressing. The overclock APs reset at the start of every battle. So it's upgrades you can buy and spend during the battle. That's really interesting. Okay, again, what a great touch. Like, how have they come up with this stuff? It's really nice. It's really going to make interesting stuff. You think you're winning a fight, someone gets a shield put on them, and then they regen 50% health. Next thing you know, you're on the defensive. It's exquisite. At the end of the battle, this mock-up of the endgame battle comparison screen will appear. It will allow you to compare how you did in battle versus the other players. You will be able to click the headings on the top and stats sorts list, and be able to invite friends from the list also. Oh wow, invite friends from the list also. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That alone is really good. Later we can add more ways to honour and report players from the interface also. That's so good. And you can structure it and see the damage and stuff. So good. Free launchers. Okay, so the launch dates. Launch 1 in a few weeks, 4 to 6. Will launch this work. The launch will be titled Robocraft Respawned and Overclocked. Respawning, Protein Crystal, Fusion Field, Overclock, and Battle Comparison Screen. Search and Destroy is gone soon. Really soon. Launch 2 should start fairly quickly afterwards and include fusion towers, some team communication pings, and some cool voiceover help to understand what's going on in battle. Voiceover? Oh, okay, voiceover, yeah. Launch 3 will launch supercomputers Cray, Fian, and Gene, including their advanced programs. Man, there's so much. This is just... it's just insane. It's just insane how much they're doing. The hub and the pit. We'll also add 2 new casual game modes for those of you who want to shoot shorter, more casual experience occasionally, or want to go crazy with an art bot with your friends. The hub will be like never-ending open online with a mixture of tiers, with everyone is on the blue team, so can not harm each other. This is intended to be a more social space where you can see other crazy bots, and you can see the other tiers and including megabots. That's great, isn't it? Isn't that great? The pit will be like a never-ending online deathmatch where you can earn RP if you like, and can play for 1 minute or 1 hour whenever you like. Unlike the hub, all players will be the same tier in the pit. Megabots will be able to enter tier 9 or tier 10 pits depending on how powerful you are. Pits. That's brilliant. Just a mess. Just everyone killing everyone. That's great. That is the pit. That's so good. The pit is so good. Okay. Other respawning based game modes will be added in the future also. Anything is possible really. Capture the flag, team deathmatch, platoon deathmatch. And that's all for future from now. All for the future for now. Okay. Learning the new meta. For new players, the new meta could be seen as complex and maybe overwhelming. Our plan is to introduce elements of the meta before tiers as follows. Tier 1 Protein Crystal Respawning, Tier 2 Overclocker, Tier 3 Fusion Shield, Tier 4 Fusion Towers and Fusion Barricades, Tier 5 Supercomputer Advanced Programs. So, Tiers 1 to 5 can be loosely thought of as training phase. When you go to blue in the chat and be completing your training. When you go blue in the chat, okay. No more losing a battle due to luck, i.e. half your team goes in different directions and gets massacred. Playing well for the whole battle will always get you a win. It's true. It is true. It is a problem. And they seem to be working to solve that. The best team and the best players will always win. That's the same as it is now. Real depth in the meta. Someone can play over and over without getting bored. Yeah, it's true. A meta that takes a long time to master, at the top players can become super pros at. Yes, it's true. A meta that rewards real-time play, different play styles, variations in strategies, surprise outcomes. Agreed. After all that, ranked battles, level 100 plus players only to level 100 plus. So they're upping the level. It's confirmed, look, level 100 plus. Players will ensure that all players in ranked have the same CPU, but we will adjust the leveling system so that players level up faster. You will need to spend a while in T10 before reaching level 100, but not too long. Okay. Ranked battles will exclude megabots and will represent a pure form of competitive Robocraft. Players will earn ELL points for this version of the game, and we'll get rid of ranked battle timer. It will be a new mode which users will choose. Perfect. ELO mode, pro tier 10 mode, no megabots. Love it. That's great. Wonder what those new points will get us. Clans and clan battles. We want to allow users to form clans and enter clan battles, i.e. 10 versus 10, 1 versus 1. One clan versus another clan, yeah. Pro Chum Team, or Team Chum. We'll figure out the name, but that is brilliant. We can all get on Skype, a team, Pro Team Chum, and we can all just be like, do this, do that, we've got to go this way, got to go that way. Yes. Oh, it's just brilliant. Tournaments. Top leaguers can enter Robocraft tournaments. Ooh. How long will battles last? Battles will last between 10 and 20 minutes each. Current battles can often last as long as 10 minutes. Yes, but they often don't. That's the thing. Will I get RP and TP? RP and TP will increase, so you still earn TP at the same rate. So each battle you'll get a larger haul, allowing significant iterations of your robots between battles. That's good. What about users going AFK. If you're okay, you lose your AFK, you will lose your reward. Fair enough. You only get rewarded if you complete the battle. So if you quit halfway through the battle, you don't get your reward. Finishing and losing will still get you a decent reward, so it's worth staying the course. Finishing and winning and getting tons of kills will make you RP rich. In future, it's possible to punish persistent AFKers with long queue times to get into battle, etc., or even suspension. What about if I get disconnected? We will allow you to reboot if the battle is still in progress, and you'll be able to rejoin the same battle. This will come later as it's tricky to implement. Fair enough. Like it. Will this be a separate game mode, i.e. will you keep the old meta as an optional game mode? Interested in this? No. This will be a de facto meta game for a number of reasons. First, we think the current meta has issues, and these changes fix. Yes, it's true. Secondly, elements of the overclocker and supercomputer advanced programs don't work in the current you die you're out. It's true. Meta will become core features of Robocraft. Thirdly, we're a small team, so focusing on meta allows us to achieve quality and spreading out development over support 2 metas. Fine. I totally get that. You're a small group. You want to focus on one thing. I like what you're doing. I do worry that it's too much too soon and you might lose people because it's too big a jump. However, I do like what you're doing. So it's good. Keep it up. What about Megabots? Megabots will still be allowed in tier 10 matches, but will respawn more slowly and earn clock cycles more slowly. Yes, they will. Okay, Megabots will be strong in early game, weaker in mid game, and insane in late game if they get their overclock to level 13. We will allow weak Megabots into tier 9. Like that a lot. And we'll prevent Megabots from entering ranked battles, reserved for 50 plus players. Fine. Megabots will also be able to enter online practice modes, where we will likely allow a low level of RP farming too. Player with new meta will always earn a lot more RP. Okay, what about adding TX1 parts? We are still working on our program for rolling out more TX1 parts, and this hasn't changed. The TX1 Mega Launcher Plasma is well underway and should launch soon. Confirmed. Plasma. What about bugs? We have developers working on bug fixes constantly now. They never stop. Bugs is all they do all the time. We rotate it so it doesn't get boring. We will have a weekly hotfix release program that fixes all the bug fixes completed each week. Platoons is a longer thing that needs us to move technology, allows us to move technology so we can make it all work sweetly. This is also well underway and will launch as soon as it's ready. Does this mean Robocraft is going to be MOBA? What's that? Oh, multiplayer online battle arena. Well, it's multiplayer, it's online, you do battle, and you do it in an arena. It will be a million miles away from LoL or Dota, although some of those games' mechanics can be seen in MOBAs. Robocraft will never feel like LoL or League of Legends or Dota. Our aim is to use some of the mechanics, put in our own twist, and then make them completely new experience that you can only find in Robocraft. We are 100% certain and determined that the game will never feel like League of Legends clone. Good. Okay. That's it. How fantastic is that? So, overall, the official table score out of 10 for this update is 9. Yeah. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. I'm blown away. So there we have it. That's what I think. I think overall it's a fantastic thing. I don't have any aversions. The only thing that stopped it from being a 10 was that there's so much coming in at once, and I'm worried that we might lose the better players. I don't know. And that's pure speculation on my part. It can't be certain. It's definitely not certain. But anyway, I've been Table. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm frozen. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed what you've seen here today. And I'll see you again soon with another video, guys. Take care. Stay chum if you are already, and if you're not, you should be. You ask the chums and find out what that is. And I'll see you again soon with another video. Oh, wait, most important of all, most important thing is... oh, it's not the right thing.